if you are just meeting this video for the first time, I believe you are lucky. Whatever I'm going to tell you today is everything that you need to see or that you will see as far as Agric practical is concerned. All you need to do is just to get your pen and paper. Yes, get your pen and paper. Every questions that you'll be asked in the exam hall that very day, which is 14th of this May 2024. So I want you to pay good attention. Get your pen and paper. And please do not forget to share this video to anybody who is writing Waec this season so that they can partake. Share to your friends and loved ones. And remember, do not skip this video, because anytime you skip this video, you will miss one step or the other. If you have any question to ask, please, I want you to leave a comment on the comment section, and I promise you that I will answer you as soon as I get notification on your questions. On today's edition, I want us to look into this year's agricultural science specimen for Waec 2024. So, and assistance, few days ago or few weeks ago, I was able to post some of the specimen before it got circulated online. So for those of you who got the specimen 2 weeks ago, I must say congratulations. And for those of you who I was unable to reply on time, I must say sorry for not being able to reply you, because the messages I was getting was so much and I cannot reply all those messages. And what I did was I had to reply one person and pin it, so that once you are done watching the video, you'll be able to see the message and the specimen which I sent there. And here I have a ranging pole, I have arrow, I have measuring tape, I have a wooden peg, I have a dry sand, which is a sandy soil, I have a dry clay, and I have dry loam soil. Yes, I have dry loam soil. And here I have maize weevil, and here I have bean beetle, grasshopper, lastly cotton stenner. So from here now we have from A to K. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About 11 specimen to look into. So, and I've been opportune to go through this specimen, and I've been able to solve this specimen in order to deduce some of the answers or questions that you may likely face in this Waec 2024, as well as the practical that are involved. So all I want you to do is just pay attention. Do not skip this video. Remember, when you skip this video, you may end up losing one step or the other, and by the time you try to do your own, you may not be able to get the right answer. So on specimen A, which is ranging pole. Yes, ranging pole. So in this 2024 exam, Waec expects you to be able to describe this simple tool, which is simple surveyor tool known as ranging pole. So if you're able to describe it very, very well, that earns you your mark. So under this description here, I said a ranging pole is a simple tool used in surveying land to measure elevation, distance, used in combination with other survey instruments like theodolite. So this ranging pole is a measuring instrument used in combination with other survey instruments known as theodolite. Now let us look at the uses of this ranging pole. So one of the uses of this ranging pole is here. I said it is a survey instrument used for marking the position of stations. Yes, it is used in marking positions of stations. That is number one. Again, it is used for sighting of those stations. It is used for sighting of those stations. It is used for ranging straight lines. It is used for ranging straight lines. And again, there is something that you must not fail to understand. Ranging poles are mostly painted with red and white. They are mostly painted with red and white. So Waec may ask you what is the reason why they are being painted red and white. The reason why they are being painted red and white is so that it can be seen from afar. Yes, it can be seen from afar. That is the only reason why ranging poles are mostly painted with red and white colors. Okay, so that is for ranging pole. Okay, now let's take a look at the specimen. Let's take a look at the specimen B, which is arrow. Okay, so in this specimen, Waec will also expect you, or Waec will be asking you to describe specimen B. They will ask you to describe specimen B. So all you need to do is just give them a little description of the specimen B. Even if you don't have it offhand, for the fact that your teacher has provided you with the specimen which is on the screen now, known as the arrow, you will be able to describe it just the way it is. Do not add, do not remove, because they already know what they have given to you. So from here now, I under my own description, I said it is a metallic, long, curved, simple surveying tool used for surveying during counting of chain when measuring chain lines. I repeat, I said it is a metallic, long, curved, simple tool used for surveying during counting the number of chain when measuring a chain lines. So that is the description of an arrow. That is the description of arrow. So now let's take a look at the uses. You may be asked to state the uses of this arrow, which is specimen B. One of the uses of this arrow, known as specimen B, is it is used for counting the number of chain while measuring a chain line, just as we have lifted it in the description. So whenever you are giving a description, I would like you to state little about what that particular material is being used for, especially when there is no option for you to state the uses of the material. It is very, very important, and that will help to earn you a better mark than when you just state without saying the uses. Okay, so that is by the way. Now let's take a look at a measuring tape, which is specimen C. Specimen C is a measuring tape. Yes, it's a measuring tape. So on that very day, if you are a student watching this video, your teacher is meant to provide all these materials for you that very day of the exam. Place it on the table and label them as Waec has given in their specimen. So here, let us look at, because Waec will not ask you to begin to describe a measuring tape. No, they won't go to that extent. So what they are looking at is for you to be able to state the function, what it is used for. That is for specimen C, which is a measuring tape. And here I said it is a measuring tape used for survey to measure distance and size. It is a survey equipment or instrument used to measure distance and size of a particular environment or a farmland. So when you want to measure your farmland, you don't use any other thing than using a measuring tape. Okay, so that is the thing, one of the things you are expected to know as far as measuring tape is concerned. Though you may still be asked to state how you can be able to care or maintain this instrument. But in this teaching, I will take all of them together, because sometimes I will point out specimen A, specimen B, specimen C, and ask you to state their maintenance. All of them have the same maintenance. So that is the reason why, as we progress, I'll be able to tell you how you can be able to maintain these materials based on the questions Waec will ask you. Bear it in mind that everything I'm telling you in this channel, believe you me, you will see 100% of it. The way I am saying it is the way it is going to come out. There is no two ways about it. Okay. Now the next one we have here now is wooden peg. We have wooden peg, which is specimen D. Specimen D is known as a wooden peg. And here we said under the wooden peg, all you are expected to know is the uses, okay, or the function or the uses. Now here I said it is used to mark out residential boundaries. It's used to indicate points and positions of sites. That is another function of a wooden peg. It is used to indicate points and position of sites. Let me repeat it again. Wooden peg, one of the functions or uses of wooden peg is it is used to mark out residential boundaries, and also it is used to indicate point and position in a land surveying. Okay, now here note that A, B, C, D are simple surveying farm tools. All these things that I've mentioned now, their general or their common use or usage is for land surveying. Please take note. Do not forget this. It's for land surveying. Okay, now let us look at the maintenance of specimen A, B, C, and D. So we are going to be taking a look at their maintenance, how you can be able to maintain them. In case if you are asked to mention or state how we can be able to maintain either A, B, or C, or possibly combine all of them and ask you to mention the way you can maintain them, these are all the same. It's a general form of maintaining the tools, the surveying tools, which we have mentioned earlier. Okay, here we have ensure they are washed and stored in a cool, dry place, which means after you must have finished using it, you wash it off, especially those ones that have sand contact. You wash it off and then clean it and store in a cool, dry place. Okay, here it says check regularly to inspect any damaged parts. So after you must have finished making use of these materials, you have to check them at regular interval. Even where you store it, check if they're beginning to rust or something has caused a damage on the tools, so that you can easily replace it before it escalates. Now the next one there says lubricate metallic parts after use. Most of these tools are metals. Apart from the wooden peg, every other one is metal. Even sometimes applying oil on wood to avoid the attack of insects like termite is also encouraging. So for those ones that are metallic in nature, just like the ranging pole, after use you have to wash and lubricate the metallic part so that it will not rust. Okay, now the last one here says use tool for the purpose it was meant. You must use the tool for the purpose it was made. So these are the ways in which we can be able to maintain these surveying instruments. So that is, by the way. Now let us go to specimen E. Let us go to specimen E. So before the specimen E, I want us to run down every other specimen so that we'll go back to this and I will show you how you can be able to set up your capillary tube so that you can be able to achieve the purpose at which you were given the specimens for. Okay, now here let's take a look at specimen H. Let's take a look at specimen H. Now, under specimen H, we have maize weevils. Okay, so these maize weevils, what they attack is grains. That is maize. Okay, that's what they attack, maize. Okay, so now if you look at this, you will see the drawing them. Now, Waec is expecting you to know how they feed. That is their mouth parts. What pattern do they feed on? Are they boring insects? Are they piercing and sucking insects? Are they biting and chewing insects? Now, if you watch closely, you will discover that bees, maize weevil, the way they attack grain is their mouth is they have a pointed mouth. They have a pointed mouth that enables them to make hole, to bore into that particular maize. So their mouth part here is known as boring mouth part. Boring mouth part. That is for the maize weevils. Please do not forget this, because everything I'm teaching you here now, you must surely see it in your question paper as far as this practical is concerned. So I want you to pay attention, and also do not forget to share this video to your brother, to your friends, to anyone who will be writing Agric or Waec this time around, so that they can also learn. Okay, now the next one we have here now is Specimen Next one we have here is Specimen I, which is bean beetle. We have bean beetle. Now, what kind of insect is that? This insect is also known as kind of mouth part they possess. Okay, now Specimen J, we have grasshopper. We have grasshopper. Now, under grasshopper is a kind of insect that bites and chew. So the insect type is known as biting and chewing insect. Get that? When you see anywhere they ask you what type of insect is Specimen H, the type of insect is a biting and chewing insect. That is for the grasshopper, because their mouth is made up of the mandible and the maxilla that enables them to bite and chew plant parts. Specimen K, which is cutting stena. Now, the type of insect which is cutting stena is known as piercing and sucking insect. Cutting stena is a piercing and sucking insect, which is the insect type, piercing and sucking insect. Okay. Now let us look at the effects. The effect of both Specimen H, which is maize weevil, Specimen B, that is Specimen I, which is bean beetle, Specimen J, which is grasshopper, and Specimen K. So we want to look at the effects, their effects in agriculture. Now here we said it reduces the viability of crops. It reduces the viability of crop due to their bites. It causes those particular grains which has been attacked not to be viable, which means they will no longer be healthy for planting. Some of them, when you plant them, they will not be able to germinate because it has been attacked, it has been destroyed, everything in it, their cotyledons has been destroyed by these insects that we have mentioned above. Secondly, it causes damage to stores grain. It causes damage, which is that of bean beetle and maize weevil. They cause damage to stored grains. Okay. Now here we said its attack reduces the market value of plant produce. Its attack reduces the market value of the plant produce. That is to say that when these grains has been attacked by this insect, they make the plants to be unattractive to the buyers. And if a buyer wants to buy or manage to buy it, the value at which the crop will be placed when it is still healthy will reduce as a result of the attack of these insects. So that is one of the effects. Now, under one there says it increases the cost of production in controlling them. It increases the cost of production in controlling them. And here we says it can cause plant or crop disease. This insect can cause plant or crop disease. Once they attack your crop, they end up exposing those crops to diseases, and most of them are vectors of disease. Okay, now here we say it can result to economic loss for the farmer. It results to economic loss of the farmer. Once they attack your crop, there is every possibility, if care is not taken or if it was not noticed on time, it may lead to a lot of economic damage. Here it says it makes the crop look unattractive. It makes the crop to look unattractive. So those are the effects. Those are the effects of these insects that we have mentioned above, which is specimen H, specimen I, and specimen H, specimen I, specimen J, and specimen K. Now let us look at how to control them. Now here we says we have chemical control. Chemical control. Under chemical control, we have the use of insecticide. The use of insecticide is one way through which we can control these insects chemically. Here we have cultural means of controlling these insects. Here we have early planting. Early planting is one of the ways through which this insect can be controlled. Now we have early harvesting. Early harvesting is also a way through which this insect can be controlled. Now we have crop rotation. Crop rotation is a good way through which this insect can be controlled. Now we have planting resistant crop. That is, you plant crops that this particular insect cannot attack or does not feed on. So when farmers plant such crop in their farm or store such kind of grain, you will discover that those insects like grasshopper, base weevil, and bean beetle will not be able to attack those crops. Now, under one there says destroying or burning infected crops. Destroying or burning infected crops. So when you discover that a particular crop has been infected, all you need to do is you destroy it or you set it ablaze so that you can be able to destroy their larvae as well. Now the next one there says control. Under mechanical control, we have hand picking. Hand picking, you begin to pick them one after the other, though it takes time. Now here we says store dry in bag and cans. You make sure that the crop, you dry it very, very well, especially the grains. Dry it very, very well before you store it in cans and in bags. With this, you can be able to control specimen H, specimen I, specimen J, and specimen K. Okay, so that is, by the way, let us take a look at specimen L. Specimen L, which is tilapia. Tilapia fish, which is a fresh tilapia fish. Fresh tilapia fish. Now, this is the drawing of a fresh tilapia fish. Now, here we have the nostrils, we have the eyes, we have the mouth, we have the gill cover, we have the pectoral fins, we have the pectoral pelvic fins, we have the anal fins, we have the caudal fins, and we have the dorsal fins, as well as the scales and the lateral lines. Now, here we have gears used for harvesting specimen L. Gears used for harvesting specimen L. One of the gears used in harvesting specimen L is hook, nets, fish trap, and baskets. So when you want to harvest them, these are the gears used in harvesting specimen L. These questions must surely come out. Take it from me, whether you like it or not. These are the things you are going to see. So please remember, I said earlier, get your pen and paper so that you will not say that you did not hear. And also remember to share this video to your friends and loved ones so that they can be able to partake in this lesson. Okay, now the next one there says products that can be made from L. Products that can be made from L. Under the product that can be made from L, we have fish meal. From this fish, we can get fish meal. We have buns. We use it in making buns. We use it in making meals, that is cooking meals. We can extract the oil from the fish as a cooking oil. Then this fish also serves as a raw material to pharmaceutical industries that produces drug. It is a good source of drug. It is a raw material for drug production. Okay. Now here we says this tilapia can be reared in pond, lake, and stream. That is where we can find them. That is where it is found. Stream, pond, or lake. That is for that. Now let us look at specimen M, which is hay. Specimen M, which is hay. Now under hay, let's take a look at the uses of hay. What is hay used for? That is the question you are going to see in the Waec exam. Here we say it is used as a roofing material. It is used as a roofing material. Some of these people that build thatch houses, they can use hay in making their roof. Also here it says for nesting and bedding area for animals. It is used for bedding and nest making in animals. That is for the hay. Here we say it is used to cover up patches. It is used to cover up mud patches. It is used to cover up mud patches. Now, here we said it is used to cover newly planted crops. For nurseries, we use it to cover the top of the areas where you made your nursery. Now, here we say it is used for mulching. It is used for mulching in order to prevent excessive loss of water from the soil. It is used for mulching. Here it says it is used to create walkway in farm. It is used to create walkway in farm. Here we say it is used for mat making. When it is being processed, it can be used for mat making. All these local mats we see around us. Now here we have specimen N, which is fish meal. Specimen M, which is fish meal. Now under this fish meal, what Waec is expecting you to know is how to make fish meal. Nothing more, nothing less. How to make fish meal and uses of this fish meal. These are only two things that is expected of you. So let us take a look at what it takes to make a fish meal. Now here, when you get the fish, first procedure that is taken is cooking. You have to cook the fish very, very well in order to kill bacteria in the fish and also to denature the enzymes inside the fish. That is number one procedure, cooking. Now number two procedure is pressing. Pressing. After the fish has been cooked properly, the next thing there is it is now put in a machine in order to press it just to remove the oil and water in the fish. Now the second step there is drying. After the pressing, the next thing there is it is now kept under the sun or under a heater so that it can properly dry before the second step, which is grinding. During this process, the fish is grinded into fine powdered form. The one there is packaging. After the grinding, the fish meal is now put into a secured environment, like packaging it into bags, into cans, until it is used. So that is by the way. Now let's take a look at the uses of this fish meal. One of the uses of this fish meal is it is used in feeding farm animals. It is used in feeding farm animals like fish, poultry, and other farm animals. Now the next one there is, let's take a look at the nutrient content. Waec will be asking you about the nutrient content of this fish meal. One of the nutrient content of this fish meal is protein, fats, and oil. These are things you need to know about fish meal.